So, good afternoon, ladies. Welcome to your prenatal fitness class. I'm your instructor, Steph, and I'm here to take you through a 35-minute workout. And today we're going to kind of hit all the major muscle groups. We're going to do a warm-up, and it's going to be EMOM style, so every minute on the minute we're going to switch exercises. We've got a quick little AMRAP in the center to get your heart rate up, and then we're going to finish with the Tabata circuit. For the workout today, what you will need is a set of dumbbells. I got a set of 10s. That's going to be pretty heavy for some of this stuff, but you can have anything from 2s to 10-pound dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you can use soup cans or water bottles, so go grab those. Ideally, if you have a yoga mat, that's great, or a carpet or towel area, just something soft so you're not like on concrete. And then if you have a couch or a stool, I'm going to give you some exercise options that will use that. And you can either make the exercises harder or easier using those pieces of equipment as well. Okay, so let's get started with our warm-up. What we're going to do is actually start on our mat. So if you want to head down to the floor onto your bum, we'll get started with some windshield wipers. Okay, so I'm going to sit on my butt. My feet are going to be nice and wide to make room for my belly. I'm going to have my hands behind me. I'm just going to start windshield wipering my legs back and forth, okay? So try to keep your chest lifted here. So pretend there's a string pulling your chest forward. Peel those elbows back so you're really opening up through the chest, engaging the upper back. And see how this feels if you go maybe a little wider. Do you feel it in your knees? Do you feel it in your hips? I really like this one because I feel it in my hip. Nice and deep. 2, 1. Let's head over into a tabletop. Oop, actually, no, we'll keep going. Oops. Okay. Going into tabletop position. Okay, we're going to do T-spine rotations next. So palms under shoulders, knees under hips. You can bring your fingertip behind your head. We're going to inhale, bring our elbow to wrist. Exhale, press and look up to the sky. Okay, so when we do this, we're getting lots of range through our spine, but try to keep your hips level. Okay, try not to let your hips twist too much. We really want the twist to come from the back. And some things you can do to modify, you can also bring your hand around here and do it with a bent arm, or if it's comfortable and you've got room, you can also do it from your forearm. Kind of whatever works for you. I like this version. Let's switch. I like this version because it's a lot more spine. Your hips don't move as much, but if belly's in the way, it might not be as comfortable. So then the tabletop variation is going to be the better one. One more. And now keeping with that tabletop position, we're going to do some hovers. So you're going to bring your right thumb to face up. You're going to reach your arm up. Keep that palm forward as long as you can. When that arm has nowhere else to go, we're going to try to flip the palm up. Okay? And then rotate. Palm comes forward, back in. Now try to keep it up the whole time. Okay? If you want to drop it down for a little rest, you can. We're only doing this for 30 seconds on one side, and then we'll do 30 seconds on the other. Try to keep the palm up as high as you can as well. Good. And let's switch. So now left thumb up, rotate. Especially if you sit at a desk all day. I sit a lot now with COVID, so my shoulders get super tight. One more. Remember to keep that palm forward as long as you can. Good. Let's plant our fingers nice and wide, curl the toes, reach our hips back into a down dog, and then big step forward with the right foot here. By that right hand, and let's twist into our leg. If you can drop the leg or keep it up. Try to bring that elbow down inside that foot. Press your hand down and switch. So down dog, twist. Elbow comes down for a groiner. And then let's do one more each side. Nice and slow. Keep that back leg fired up. We're really trying to open up and sink through this hip here. Left side last time. Stretching, come down. Good, and baby step those feet up. You can squat to stand here. And then we're going to do some hip circles on the wall. So grabbing wall, chair, couch, whatever you have available. Standing on your left leg, we're going to bring our right knee up, out to the side, and back. And then back up, out to the side, and around. We're going to do 5 here. So we're hitting hip flexor, glutes, glutes, glutes. That's what I want you to be thinking about. We're using the wall or the chair, whatever you have for balance, so you don't have to worry about that. Once we do 5, we're going to switch. Other side. Coming up, try to keep the knee up as high as you can. And really just feel that movement through the hip. Feel all those muscles working. Try to stay upright, so even though our leg's going back, we're not going to tilt forward. Okay, we're going to stay up. 1 more. 2, 1. Now we're going to do around the clock lunges. So left leg planted, right leg's going to come to 12 o'clock. So coming forward and then back. Then we're going to go 1 o'clock. Okay, little diagonal. Now 2, a little bit deeper. Okay, good. 3 o'clock is a lateral lunge. So you're going to come all the way to the side. Good. And then 4 o'clock, angle back. 5 o'clock, smaller angle. 6 o'clock, directly behind you. Switching legs, so right leg's planted. Now left leg's going to go 6 o'clock. Now we're going to go back to 7, opening up a little bit through the hip. 8, trying to keep this knee forward. Lateral for 9. Good. 10 on that forward angle. 11. And 12, straight on forward. Good. Okay, those are around the clock lunges. And those are important because the diagonal ones that we just did, we're going to see later in the workout. So at any point, if those diagonal lunges don't feel good, you can modify with any other time on the clock. Okay, whatever feels the best. So grab a quick sip of water. That was our warm up. We're going to get right into our first quick little AMRAP. It's 5 minutes, so very quick, but it's a little intense. So I'll show you the exercises and then I'll show you the options that we have for variations. So you can use your couch or your stool if you're in your first trimester or early second trimester. Usually say like 20, 23 weeks and lower for split squats. So you're going to place your foot up. You're balancing on one leg here. Okay, I'm going to come down. Tap that knee and back up. You're going to do 5 on one side and then 5 on the other. Ideally, I want you to go nice and slow. If it's easy, you can always add weight. So dumbbells by your side or in front, or you can hold it like a goblet, which is probably what I'm going to do. Then you're going to do 10 thrusters. So thrusters, you'll need your weights. So 1 or 2, I'm going to show you with 1. So thrusters means you're squatting down and then pressing up, down and up. So we're really using the legs to push the weight up, because third exercise is a push press, which is just a dip and drive, dip and drive. So we're just mostly using the upper body for that, and that's going to be 15 reps, which is going to get pretty heavy. So like I said, I'm probably just going to use 1 dumbbell for this, and I've got a 10, so it's up to you what you want to use. If you are second trimester or third trimester and having your foot up like this is not available, or your balance is super off today, you can do a split lunge. Okay, so basically just lunging on the spot for 5 reps, and then you'll step forward and then switch for 5. The thrusters stay the same and the push press stays the same. Thrusters, if you're not sure if you're going low enough, you can always squat down to your couch or a chair, because we ideally want our hip and our knee to be parallel to each other, okay? Drawing that parallel line to the floor, that's the goal, okay? And then the push press, key is just weight in the middle of the feet. Make sure our knees aren't falling in. That's usually the error I see. You want to drive your knees out, because that's going to use the glutes, okay? Awesome. Grab your dumbbell, water bottles, whatever you have. 5 minutes, which means we're probably going to get through around 5 rounds of this, just so you kind of have an idea. Okay, let's start in 10 seconds. I'm going to start with my non-dominant leg as my standing leg first, because usually I'm a little bit more wobbly on them. Okay, 1, and let's go. Inhale as you lower, exhale to come up. 5 and 5. Good, and then it's up to you, 1 or 2 dumbbells for the thrusters. We've got 10 thrusters, okay? And then push press, 15. These ones I'm going to go pretty quick on. And it's just a small dip. Make sure your head comes through a little bit at the top. Okay, you don't want to be pushing out this way. Your shoulders will be gassed, okay? Press up, head comes through. We want those biceps by our ears at the top. Ooh. Now once you do your 15, back to the start. Try to get nice and low with all of these exercises. So split squats, try to get as low as you can. Full range of motion is always the best policy. Okay? Even if you have to drop weight or if you have to do your split lunge, that's fine too. Try to get as low as you can though, always. Three minutes left. Like I said, this one will go quick. Notice my breathing. Everything you do should be with your breath. Whew. Oh yeah, shoulders are feeling that. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. I'll do the modified version in case anyone else is doing it. "90 seconds. "60 seconds. All right, let's try to get through one more round or as close as we can. We've got 40 seconds left. "30. 20 seconds. Almost there. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Whew. I don't know about you, but my shoulders and legs are fired up. Grab a quick drink. And as you're grabbing a drink and catching your breath, I'll show you the next exercise and the circuit that we're doing, okay? So key, when you're trying to catch your breath, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. That's going to help lower your heart rate a little bit faster, get more oxygen to the body, okay? We've got a Tabata. You know I love Tabatas. We've got 30 seconds on, 5 seconds of rest. So the rest is just literally transition time from one leg or one exercise to the other. And we've got 24 rounds, which means we're going to be doing 4 sets of everything. We've got diagonal lunges, okay? So thinking about that clock, diagonal would be somewhere between 1 and 2, okay? Or if you're going backwards, it's going to be somewhere between 7 and 8, or 10 and 11, and 4 and 5, okay? So think about if you're in the middle of your mat, we're going to be going on angles. You're standing in the middle of an X. So stepping off to the side, okay? Coming back. And then it's up to you if you want to go back with the other leg, or if you just want to keep going forward, or if you just want to keep going backward. We're going to do one side, and then you're going to switch and do the other. So myself personally, I'm going to do all forward the first 30 seconds on my right leg, and then all forward on that diagonal line with my left leg for the second round, okay? Then we've got a lunge, a bent over lunge position with a pullover. So you're going to use your weights. You can either be in a bent over lunge position, or you can be in this position, whatever is most comfortable for you. I personally like this position. I just feel a little bit more stable. We're going to pinch our shoulder blades together, bring that weight up, and lower with control. Okay, so that's a reverse pullover. The reverse pullover is going to get our shoulders, upper back. It's going to get our lats too. What I want you to focus on is slow on the way down. So up quick, slow down, and try to keep your shoulders away from your ears as much as possible the entire time. That's going to be the hardest part, okay? Then the next exercise, if you're in the lunge, you're going to switch legs, okay? We're going to do halos. So dumbbell halos, we're basically just keeping our whole upper body stable. We're just moving the weight around it, okay? And we'll do that for 15 seconds one way, and then 15 seconds the other, or we can go all one way, and then the next round all the other. Doesn't matter. Just remember, make sure you're going evenly both ways. Don't move your head, okay? So you shouldn't be moving your head at all for that one. It should always just be the weight. So you're like here, here, and here, okay? So it's moving around your head. You're not moving your head around the weight. Then we've got an animal crawl. So animal crawls, we have lots of options. There's the bear crawl, which looks like this. Or you can do high bear, you can do low bear if you want more core. We've got a crab walk. So crabs look like this. You can walk like this, forward and back. You can also do tabletop raises as a substitute for crab. That's totally fine. Okay, we've got monkey. Monkey, we're going to go wide with our knees and our feet. We're going to open up. We're going to hop our hands and then our feet and then go back. Okay, so I'm always staying wide. I'm always opening to the direction that I'm going, and it's always hand, hand, foot, foot. You can also do this off your couch or an elevated surface. So like this, I can just keep hopping back and forth. What I want to see with that is you're putting your weight in your hands, okay, and lifting your feet up. That's kind of the goal and the purpose. There's a duck walk. So duck looks like this. We plant our foot, and then we make little semicircles going out to the side. That's a really tough one. That one I usually only suggest if you're first trimester, early second. And then last but not least, we have an inchworm. So inchworms, most of us aren't going to be able to do a full inchworm, so I'm going to show you just the modified version, and you can do it off your couch, your chair, stool, whatever you have. So you're going to have your hands down, you're going to walk your feet back, as far as you can go, and then walk forward. Okay? The further you come out like this, the harder it's going to be. So make sure you have that item against something stable so you're not sliding, right? We don't want to slide forward, but you're going to be using your shoulders. Kind of like if you're pushing yourself back into a downward dog, that's essentially what you're doing. So be very active through the hands. The last round is rest. So you guys get 30 seconds extra of rest between each of the sets. Okay, so we're going to go through everything 4 times. And I'll guide you. I'll give you a heads up what's coming. We're going to get started. 10 seconds. Starting with those diagonal lunges. I'm going to say no weight for the first round. Just get a feel for it. And then if you want to add weight, you can, okay? 3, 2, 1. I'm going to come out on that angle and push back. I know some people, and I've in the past done this and then a curtsy lunge or something, but just because of volume and stuff, especially with the split squats and the thrusters today, I don't think we need to do that. We've done a lot of curtsy lunges in the past couple weeks, so just hitting muscles at different angles. So I really like it. Play with your lunges. 1 more rep. Good. So shake it out. Switch legs. In 3, 2, let's go. Other leg. Diagonal. So remember, we always have that 5-second turnaround time in between the exercises. So that's going to be your transition time. Inhale as you go forward. Exhale to press. Get your breathing on point with your movement. 3, 2, 1. Grab your weight. That lunge pullover. Okay. Pinch those shoulder blades back. Come on up. Nice forward lean. If that's too hard, like I said, you can do this one. That's fine. But I really want you to have a forward lean. Upper back though, nice and flat. So if you see side view, my back's flat. I'm not rounding. Okay? Push your chest forward. 1 more rep. Switch your lunge. So other legs forward. Now we're going to do our halos. Now we're upright though. Okay? So baby lunge and halos. Love it. Good, let's switch directions. This challenges our core as we move the weight around. Challenges the shoulders too. If you have a top bun like me, I definitely didn't plan appropriately, making it harder. And rest, put that down. Animal crawl. You pick your animal. I'm going to do walkouts elevated. Okay, or inchworms. I'm going to alternate my animals each round. So you can do that as well if you like. Or you can stick to whatever one's your favorite. Two, 1, rest, okay? So now you have 30 seconds of rest. This is now your time to strategize. How hard was that first round? We've got 3 more. So if you want to add weight, 100%, go ahead for those lunges. Even thinking about animal crawls. So I'm not going to do the walkouts anymore, so I'm going to get rid of my bench. I won't need it. But I think on this next set of diagonal lunges, I'm actually going to add in the weights just to make them a little bit harder. If you're finding the moving part hard, you can just stay in that diagonal position. Okay? You don't have to go back and forth. So that's an option to modify down. Ready? Let's go. Diagonal lunges. Good job, ladies. Notice though my chest and everything still stay pointed forward. I'm not turning in the direction that I'm going. So it's just basically like a really wide off-center lunge. 1 more rep. Okay, shake it out. And then we're getting set up to the other side in 3, 2, 1. Good. One more. All right, dropping one weight, using the other one for that bent over, reverse pullover. Coming straight up in front of you. Yeah. How slow can you lower it? Challenge yourself. Good. Other leg comes forward, halos. Okay. Squeeze your glutes here. Your legs need to be stable and as strong as possible so that you're not falling or losing your balance as you move this weight around your head. Because even though we're challenging our core with this exercise and our shoulders, switch, our abs are not going to be working as efficiently and effectively as they used to, right? Ready and rest. Animal, pick your animal. I'm going to do a bear. So I'm just going to walk back and forth, up and down my mat. I'm doing a straight leg here, but if you want to mix it up, you can do bent knee. It's going to be a little bit harder. Okay? Keep pressing through those palms. You can be upside down. It's totally fine. 2, 1. Make sure you bring your hips down first and then stand up. Okay? We have our rest time here. So 30 seconds again. This is halfway. Halfway in already. So 2 more rounds left. Hope you guys are feeling good. I'm feeling great. Getting set up again. Diagonal lunges. I'm going to mix it up by going back this time. So my diagonal is going to be going to the back corner of my mat. You can do whatever you like, okay? So feel free to follow along or do whatever feels best for you. Ready? Let's go. Oh, wait. I lied. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Let's go now. One more. Yes, shake it out. Switching legs. 3, 2, 1. Great job, ladies. I know you're killing it right now. And set those down. One of them diagonal pullovers. Shoulders away from your ears. Really pinch, squeeze them back behind you and hold them there. Nice and slow. One more. Okay, halos. I love these ones. Ready? Let's go. And let's switch. 2, 1, rest. Animal, I'm gonna go with the crab. So you can do crab or tabletop. Try to keep the hips up. Fingers are out to the side. Woo! This is gonna get the triceps and the glutes. Or like I said, tabletop raises, right? You can do these on the spot. Same. 2, 1, whoo, rest. We got our last round coming up, ladies. Stay with me, we're almost there. And then we get to do a little cool down. Not yet, don't get too excited yet. Okay, let's finish it here. I think to make it harder, I'm gonna go front diagonal, back, diagonal other leg. So I'm gonna alternate. So this is gonna be a challenge for me. Like I said, don't feel like you have to do it. But for those of you who don't mind a little extra challenge, we can do it together. Starting in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So I'm gonna go forward, plant that foot, reverse. Oh yeah, that should be fun. Woohoo! Three, 2, 1, switch. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Last set of diagonal lunges. Sink low, okay? Even though we're tired, muscles are probably sore. Part of this is pushing that little bit of discomfort though. Not pain, but building up that resilience. 2, 1, ditch a dumbbell. Okay, bent over. Fifteen seconds. Two, 1, switch legs, lead legs different now, and let's do those halos. Woo! Shoulder burn. We got it. Feels good. I love the burn. Means it's working. Switch. 2, 1. Okay. I'm going to finish with some monkey. You do you. If you want to do duck, you can. I'm going to do the monkey. Hopping back and forth. Feet are nice and wide. As wide as you need to go. As wide as you want to go. Or any of the other crawls are fine too. Five seconds. One more. And rest. Good job. So grab a quick sip and we'll do a little cool down stretch. So I'm feeling it in my quads, feeling it in my shoulders. So that's what we're going to focus on for the cool down. That was the whole purpose of the workout. So using a wall or anything you have handy, your chair, you're going to support yourself on the wall. Put your palm up as if you are holding a serving tray. And then we're going to grab the inside of our foot, okay? So here, you can just bring your knees together and hang out here. Or if you have a yoga background and you want to try something harder, you can lean forward and kick. But you have to keep your chest square and you have to keep your knee pointed down. So if you're doing this, it doesn't count, okay? Want to squeeze our glutes, Make sure our hips stay square, chest is open and square in front of us. Good. And release gently. We're going to switch. So I'm going to switch to the other wall so it's easier. Palm up, inside, okay? And then I can stay here and just squeeze my glutes, maybe pop my hip out to the side there, or I can kick in, which is a nice little shoulder stretch. Feeling this in the front of my shoulder, which is really great. All right, so release. We're going to come down to our mat. If you want a little bit more knee support, you can fold over your one edge. Some people find that helps, just to help support the knee. It's totally fine. What you're going to do is we're going to come into all fours. The opposite leg, so the one that doesn't have the extra cushion, we're going to extend out, okay? I've got my back toe curled because I like a little stretch on the bottom of my feet. And we're going to push ourselves back. This is going to stretch out your groin because those diagonal lunges, they definitely hit the groin, okay? And if you're comfortable there, you can come down to your forearms and just breathe. Breathe into your inner thighs, into your groin. See how you're feeling. Check in today. Inhale, come forward. Gently come up to your forearms. Slowly bring that leg in. And then switch sides. So I'm going to curl the other end. Get into that straddle position. Other leg extends. My back toes curled under. And coming down and holding this stretch. And it's up to you. If you don't want to keep your back toe curled under, you can go flat. But like I said, I really like stretching at the bottom of the feet. And when you're pregnant, your feet change by the week. So crazy, all of the changes that happen. So keep that in mind. It's pretty cool. Pregnancy's crazy. Good. Inhale, coming up. Nice and gently. We're going to sit down onto our mat. And we're going to go into a deeper quad stretch, okay? Because I know most of us spend a lot of time sitting. I'd like you to extend. Left or right leg doesn't matter, whichever leg you like. Other leg's going to curl behind, okay? And from here, you're just going to walk your hands back, okay? And this might be where you hang out, okay? That's totally fine. If you have a little bit more room and it's not straining you to come down to your elbows, that's fine as well. You can come here. As well, if you've got a couch, you can also lean against your couch for this one, okay? So I'm really feeling deep stretch in through the hip flexor here into the quad. That's perfect. Now to get out of this stretch, whatever leg's bent, that arm's going to push. You're going to roll onto your side and then come up. Okay, and let's switch. So other leg extends, other foot curls back. And now just walking those hands. Again, here might be where you stay, or maybe we come down a little deeper. And again, you can do this one off the couch as well if this isn't comfortable. Just breathing into it. And this hand closest to that bent leg, push yourself onto your side and then use your hand to come up. All right, so ladies, I hope you had fun today. I hope you enjoyed class. Thank you so much for joining me. And enjoy the rest of your day and your week, and we'll catch you next week. How are you guys?